This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. After years of back and forth, a former landfill in North Sarasota is a step closer to being redeveloped. Tomorrow, Sarasota City Commissioners will discuss possible options for this site. ABC7's Bobeth Yates is joining us live from the Newtown community with more details on this project. Bobeth.
Yes, right now the property is only visible by this no trespassing sign and the fence that wraps around the entire 13 acres. But officials say pretty soon this will be transformed into the next major commercial development. You're looking at one of the last large plot of land undeveloped in the city of Sarasota.
Shops, a grocery store would be nice.
Sarasota City Commissioner Susan Chapman is optimistic about what she calls unlimited potential for the Marian Anderson site, which is the 13-acre piece of land on MLK just east of 301.
The city manager proposed to put infrastructure in to make it a warehouse type site. But we as a city commission said, let's be a little bit more creative. Let's look for an opportunity that serves the economic interests of Newtown.
The city spent years cleaning up the contamination that occurred at the former landfill site. And in August 2016, area residents filled out surveys which showed overwhelming support to redevelop the lot. Most of the suggestions include targeting restaurant chains or possibly even a grocery store. But not everyone is open to the idea.
Before they go and try to develop that landfill, why not create a viable commercial district on MLK, which has already been zoned for a commercial use?
Longtime Newtown resident Lance Shabazz says many of the redevelopment projects currently underway in Newtown are not yet complete. And not only does he have concerns about the city adding yet another project to its list, but he's worried about gentrification.
The city done took so much of the business corridor on MLK in any other way for black entrepreneurs and business people to create any other business will be the 13 acres of landfill.
But the city's on a tight redevelopment timeline because back in 2015, $1.4 million was assigned to redevelop the site, and about $500,000 of those funds will expire if not used by December 2017. Money Chapman says could help redevelopers interested in the project.
That money can be used to help them jumpstart their project.
At Tuesday's commission meeting, Sarasota City Commissioners are expected to issue an open call to developers who want to develop this plot of land into something that will create jobs and help stimulate the economy. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. It's been 10 months since the last update on spring training talk between the Atlanta Braves and Sarasota County. But another county's recent decision to drop out of the running has provided a bit of insight. Commissioners in Collier County say the Braves demanded too much tax money, only to refuse sharing any revenue from a new stadium. Sarasota County has promised to cap spending at $24 million, all tourism tax, which is the same they spent on the Orioles. Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, past commissioners help us analyze the negotiations so far.
Just having a team come isn't enough. You want them involved in your community. You want them involved in charitable philanthropy.
The economics do not make sense for the taxpayers.
The team recently extended its spring training lease in Orlando another year due to the inability so far to negotiate a new spring training home. Could more parks be built in the city of Venice? Some residents really hope so, but the city says there are enough parks already. They just need to be used more efficiently. ABC7's Christopher Brantley explains exactly what that means.
Off this seemingly normal residential road, there is a surprise. This large grass area between several homes that is actually a city park.
And I don't think we've really explored what we might have available already as far as land.
Stop after stop, Mayor John Hollick took us to several parks you'd really have to look hard to find. His point being, Venice has a lot of park space. Much of it has just not been developed.
All the area that we have that our people use for recreation, it far exceeds anything that the city of Venice would need as far out into the future as we can look.
That includes the purchase of the new Ajax property in East Venice, which is also expected to be a park.
Our population growth is baby boomers, young retirees. They're active
physically active in a broader range of activities than we're used to planning for parks.
That includes pickleball, a sport that seems to be all the craze. But here in Venice, there aren't dedicated pickleball courts. There are, however, tennis courts. Just as much, those courts couldn't really be built on the somewhat hidden city parks.
If you want pickleball courts to be very well used, they need to be lighted. That doesn't lend itself well to small neighborhood parks.
So does that mean a new park could be built? Well, maybe.
It's not just the land and all of a sudden you have a park, it's the upkeep that's required. I'm not opposed to it as long as our citizenry knows what the cost involved is.
The City Council has been on vacation since early December. It will ultimately be up to the council if a new park is added or if an existing park is upgraded to have newer sports. Once again, a successful New Year's Eve party in downtown Sarasota. One of our viewers sent us this drone view of the Pineapple Drop on Saturday night. Hundreds of people gathered along Main Street, probably more like thousands or even tens of thousands to join in on the party and ring in the new year. Many also lined along the Sarasota Bayfront for the fireworks show put on by Marina Jack. And of course, our own Bob Harrigan was there doing the official countdown, and we happened to run into Bob, ended up on the live shot, so it was a fun night.
It was a great night, actually, and I've been doing that, I think, for 7 years now, or close to it. And that was just as big as the crowd as it was in the years past, and that was estimated to be 20 to 30,000 people. I would say it was pretty close to that, so a little bit more than hundreds, yes, absolutely. And it was a nice and quiet night, too, as far as weather went. We had some showers and storms today, big storms last night, firing up across the panhandle of Florida, causing some damage there. And now the cold front is expected to move on through and cause more problems into the panhandle of Florida and North Florida. Warm weather today, 87 degrees in Fort Myers. That's pretty hot. Considering our normal high for this time of year in the low 70s, 84 in Tampa. There are some tornado watches in effect to our north. You can see this little area right here. This is some sea fog that is starting to develop out there in the Gulf of Mexico. So the chance some of that may roll on shore late tonight. So we'll keep an eye on that. Better chance for that sea fog to be a factor, I think, tomorrow night, too, as winds become more southwesterly in time. Right now it's 78. The dew point is up there at 68 degrees. Winds are out of the south at 10. And the pressure now 30.09 inches. We'll have more on that front and what it means for our weather as far as cooling things down in just a few minutes. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Bob. In Tampa, an angry dog sent 3 people to the hospital after one of those people tried to put a sweater on him. Police say a pit bull mix named Scarface started mauling his owner on Friday while she was trying to put a Christmas sweater on him. The woman's husband says he heard the screams and tried to pull the dog off and was also attacked. The couple's 22-year-old son then tried to stop the dog by stabbing it in the neck and head, and then the son was attacked. The family finally managed to escape and left the dog in the backyard. News of the attack came as a shock to neighbors.
I seen the dog. Dog was a pretty nice sized dog. And like I said, I don't see why they had a dog that they couldn't control.
Animal control officers shot the dog with a tranquilizer gun, but it managed to get back into the house where the family's 2 other children were inside. Police had to use a beanbag and a stun gun on the pit bull to finally catch him. The family is now recovering. It's unclear if the dog will be euthanized. Police in Calgary, Alberta say a pilot who was getting ready to fly a Boeing 737 passed out in the cockpit and was drunk. Police say the gate crew noticed Captain Miroslav Gronich acting strangely before his flight on Saturday morning. A co-pilot then found him passed out in the pilot's seat. Authorities say his blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. The flight with 99 passengers eventually took off with a different pilot. A statement from the budget airline Sunwing apologized for the pilot's condition. We're starting 2017 with higher prices at the pump. According to GasBuddy.com, the average price for a gallon of gas nationally is $2.34. That's about 35 cents more than a year ago. Oil analysts say the price has jumped 18 cents a gallon just over the last few weeks. The rapid rise is all due to OPEC's decision to cut output, which means a jump in the price of crude oil. And drivers will likely spend anywhere from 25 to 50 cents more at the pump than they did in 2016. It seems a lot of people are taking advantage of new flights to Cuba. Cuba is celebrating a record-breaking year for tourism. At least 4 million people visited the communist island in 2016. That's according to the Cuban government. Most of the tourists were from North America and Europe. Better relations between the U.S. and Cuba are partially responsible for that record. Medicare could see some changes in 2017. The company wants to start changing how it pays for the treatment of these life-threatening conditions, such as heart attacks and hip fractures. Both are leading injuries among the elderly. The change is part of a larger push under the Obama administration to reinvent Medicare by paying for services regardless of quality and cost. It's unclear whether the Trump administration will continue that trend. You've probably heard of Dr. House Calls, but what about a fitness house call? Coming up next, meet a fitness team on the Suncoast. They travel to homes to help people work out and reach their fitness goals.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. Get ready for motorcycles, music, and much more here on the Suncoast. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, it's time for this year's Thunder by the Bay. We'll check out some bikes and talk about the many changes coming this year. Cliff Rolls kicks off the new year with can't miss January social events. Plus, celebrity makeup artist Mickey Williams is back, and Smacks Burgers in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 46th season on Monday, January 9th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Blair Tyndall, author of Mozart in the Jungle on Monday, January 9th, and information and intelligence expert Terry Roberts on Tuesday, January 10th. 72 global issues lectures by renowned experts. 24 musical conversations with great performers. Tickets are on sale now. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit SILLSarasota.org.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Peace of mind is really crucial. The safety and security of this higher level of care, I think, is really important. Great nurses, great doctors, technologies that can really help when you are dealing with complications, high-risk newborns, or the infants that have medical conditions. This is the kind of care that we want at our public hospital.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Many of us go to the gym, takes exercise classes in a studio, or join a running club, all in the name of fitness. ABC7's Alex Redmond joins us with some information on a Sarasota personal training company that brings customized fitness right to your door. Alex.
That's right, Haley. Getting to your fitness destination may sound easy, but for some Sarasota residents who no longer drive, have poor balance, or are simply too busy, there is a personalized option for staying in shape.
These quadriceps right here, as you lift the leg up, okay, control.
86-year-old Charles By is in pretty good shape.
Oh, I'm in excellent, well, I don't know, I may die tomorrow, but I just had open heart surgery. Yeah, I'm in great shape.
By, an author and teacher with a sharp sense of humor, says being fit helped him recover quickly from an aortic valve replacement.
4 days later, I was walking around up here, and I started going back to the gym another week or so after that.
Now Bai works out 3 days a week at home with personal trainer Mike Vega of Activiki, a fitness company that provides multiple services in a convenient, comfortable, and safe environment. Their clients' home.
We have yoga instructors, Pilates instructors. It's not just personal trainers, but we also have a dance instructor. So the main thing is motivation. Whatever motivates you to be active and to move around and to be fit.
Vega says Activiki's clientele ranges from seniors to executives and working moms, people that just can't get to the gym.
And we're not working with bodybuilders, we're working with people who want to be healthy and fit. And it has to be on their schedule.
Tailored individual workouts, says Vega. Bai says this means using things in and around his home.
And I stand on that railing and I do push-ups. Why not? That's where I do the push-ups when I'm doing them with Mike, so I do push-ups then.
We walk a straight line. I have them walk heel to toe so that they're working on their balance while they're working on their strength.
Which for Bai means he can stay active.
I can go to stores, I can go into theaters, and even though I have balance issues, if I take a cane, I can do that. We would go to movies if they had decent movies in this town, but you can't ask for everything.
Activiki instructors are all certified, licensed, and/or have had more than 10 years professional experience in their fields of expertise. They're also CPR certified and have passed a criminal background check.
So Alex, either if you can't or don't want to leave the house, who else could benefit from these home fitness routines?
Well, a lot of people just don't like to work out with a group or go running with a group or go to group exercise. And personal training in your own home, it's just very private. And for someone that needs specialized attention, obviously, it's a wonderful thing. And by the way, Mike Vega has been in the business a long time. I interviewed him 14 years ago for Fitness Magazine, so he knows what he's doing.
So definitely reputable. And it's easy. There's no excuse. When they show up at your door, you have to work out.
You have to, and he's doing exercises that you actually do in the home, which makes you better at doing things like reaching for the shelf and, you know, putting away the coffee cup and that kind of thing.
To apply to everyday life. All right. Thank you, Alex. Now let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Yeah, that's apropos, thinking that the 2017 resolutions, number one is to lose weight and stay in shape. And so we'll see how that goes. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing a few fair weather cumulus clouds out there today. At least inland, it was sunny along the coastline. And then look at the sunshine move in, and the sun now has set. So we're looking at fair skies overnight. And a beautiful shot sent in over the past couple of days. This one from Jason Eason. And this was obviously not today because there's too many cirrus clouds around there, but it was pretty good boating weather over the weekend, and looks to be the same, although the only concern now is sea fog. That could be rather heavy at times, especially tomorrow night and into Wednesday morning, but it could still be around tomorrow morning as well. Getting a look at the radar picture, you can see the activity pretty strong now across parts of Alabama, stretching into Mississippi, although starting to leave Mississippi. The panhandle of Florida could definitely see tornadoes through this evening. There are tornado chasers set up throughout this region as a result of these two areas. You see the area in red. That indicates tornadoes. The dark red right there are active tornado warnings that are in place from the National Weather Service, so we'll keep that in mind tonight. It's going to be rather active all across North Florida tonight, at least the panhandle anyway. For us, we've got these inland storms developing on the sea breeze front. Temperatures warm today into the upper 80s in some cases, and looks like especially inland areas, and with that heat, it causes a lift, and that lift then with that moisture around creates these showers that are popping up similar to what we see in the summer, not quite as much though, and it looks like those showers will continue to move off to the east and start to weaken over the next couple of hours. But the big story, the cold front to the north. That first front, by the way, will cool us down on Thursday, back into the low 70s average, and then a stronger one moves through over the weekend, which brings us well below it as far as the average temperature goes on Saturday night and Sunday. 78 right now, dew point pretty high, 68 degrees. The high today, 1 degree shy of the record, 84 degrees, set back in 1989. This morning's low was well above average. The record low, 28, set back in 1918. No rainfall to report, and so far dry for the year. That is changing, though, I think, as we have a pretty good chance for some showers on Saturday. I mentioned warm through Wednesday. Highs will be well above average tomorrow, upper 70s on Wednesday, and then it drops to average by Thursday and Friday. Then much cooler weather. Get your jackets and sweaters ready for Sunday and Monday, as temperatures will be much colder. As far as the fog forecast goes, this particular model indicating some southeasterly winds That usually favors patchy, dense fog inland areas. However, with the west wind, southwest tomorrow night, I think a better chance of seeing some of that sea fog rolling on in. Elsewhere across the U.S., well, there's no major winter storm with the exception of that big storm causing severe weather here. The bigger storms are well over the northern plain states and throughout the western states, as it has been over the past week or so, with some pretty heavy snows expected in that region. Buffalo 39, 40 in Detroit, 37 in Omaha. There's that Arctic air now starting to spill southward, so we'll keep an eye on that. That's going to cool us down a bit. It looks like by Sunday, as temperatures will only struggle to get into the mid-60s for the most part. Fog tomorrow, reduced visibilities, south winds at 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet, and a light chop out there. The water temperature 71, UV index at 9 tomorrow for beaches after the fog burns off. Low tide upcoming for Sarasota Bay, 10:39, and the forecast tonight, mostly fair, warm, fog developing, 68 for your low, and then the extended forecast is calling for warmer temperatures again tomorrow and Wednesday, and then we cool down to average by Saturday, 71. Good chance for storms Saturday, and then cooler and breezy on Sunday and Monday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. There is an accident in Manatee County. It's on 57th Street and 58th Street, so you may want to avoid. Be careful in that area. Apple is dealing with a lawsuit over one of its popular apps. A Texas couple is suing the company over the FaceTime app. They claim the video chat feature caused an accident that killed their 5-year-old daughter. They say a driver was allegedly using that app on Christmas Eve of 2014 when he plowed into the family's car. The family's lawyer claims Apple had technology to disable the FaceTime app while driving, but did not install it and never warned drivers of the potential dangers.
Apple knew better and did not do better. Apple could have prevented the senseless death of this 5-year-old girl on Christmas Eve if this technology had been used.
The driver, Garrett Wilhelm, is charged with manslaughter. Apple is not commenting on the pending litigation and has not yet filed a response to the lawsuit. Entertainment news is next.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Eric Schrock.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
The official salon of ABC7.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbybthebay.org.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly one in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
2017 started out on a sour note for Mariah Carey.
All right. We didn't have a check for this song, so we'll just say it went to #1, and that's what it is. Okay.
And that's really what it was. I mean, there wasn't much to it. Millions watched on New Year's Eve when the pop diva started to perform her 1991 hit Emotions. Carey tried to sing the song but seemed lost, strolling up and down the stage as her vocals played in the background. But her dancers went on with the show. Carey's representatives say it wasn't her fault. There were issues with the sound, and she was, quote, set up to fail. Another New Year's blunder has now been corrected. The famous Hollywood sign is back to normal after vandals adjusted the letters to make it spell Holly Weed. Police say the vandal used tarps to change the lettering. Surveillance video from a security camera showed only one person at the scene. And this is not the first time the sign has been vandalized. The last time it happened was in 1976. One of the co-stars of the sitcom Will and Grace says the show is coming back, and I am so excited. Leslie Jordan told a San Diego radio station that NBC is reviving the series for another 10 episodes, and filming will start in July. You'll remember he played Beverly Leslie if you followed the show closely. The show ran from 1998 to 2006 and starred Deborah Messing, Eric McCormick, Megan Mullally, and Sean Hayes. A former MTV star is kicking off the new year with baby news. Lauren Conrad is pregnant. The 30-year-old starred in MTV's Laguna Beach and The Hills. She posted an Instagram picture of her sonogram today with the caption, "I have a feeling 2017 is going to be the best year yet." This will be her first child with her musician husband, William Tell. And speaking of babies, a couple in Arizona has a new set of twins born in 2 separate years. Sawyer and his twin brother Everett were born 10 minutes apart. Sawyer was born first in the last minutes of 2016. Everett was born just 1 minute after midnight, making him the first baby of 2017. The same thing happened in San Diego, where 2 twin girls were born 4 minutes apart, and they are adorable. We'll be right back.